Anyway, what's anything been happening?
Alleged chemical attacks.
What about Defron then? Is that going fine?
Well, not really. I mean, that's a conversation. It's a conversation I need to have with everyone there. Like, I've been waiting for everybody to be there, like, so that I have you, James, Extreme Comedy once, I guess, but it's not really his speciality, really. I don't think he really cares about Defron. And obviously Leftwin. And maybe here's how I can have a bigger conversation about it. Because I talked to them all individually, but never together, because not all at the same time. The reason why I need James, by the way, is because he's more specialised than either of us at Defron. Like, whether or not, like, generally me and you, we have more experience than he does in everything. But one thing we don't actually is Defron, because he ran my biggest one in 2015. He ran a pretty decent one in NXG until it got ruined, or SPG. Well, he was able to run it before it, got taken over. Then it died immediately as soon as it was given off him. So I know he can do it, but his opinion is always the most viable. But whether it's actually worth doing, like how much it's actually going to cost us in terms of time, which is obviously the only consideration. But at the moment, I feel like if we need to fix, like, the Vietnam stuff comes first. Like, let's fix Vietnam map or pick a different map depending on what we do, and at least just sort out what the hell we're going to be doing rather than Defron.
What about do you see Defron as, I mean, can't you, like, I don't know, take him down yet or
No, I would have done that if I could. They changed hosts for them ages ago, and I can't touch them. No exploits on it either. You're only going to be able to win against them. Decent server. It's possible because we were winning against them before they would already changed hosts. We were winning against them when Lucifer was here, and also with a shit owner. So with a good owner and active staff, you'd be alright. Problem is, you can't just whip up a Defron server at your ass and have players on it. We can do it, but it means we have to focus on it, which isn't something we can do at the moment. So.
Yeah. And what about that distorted servers or whatever? Are you planning to do anything with them? Or
distorted? Which one's this one? Is this disturbed or just?
I don't know what it's called. That Weebrews community.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know what host they're going with yet. I don't know what host they're going with yet. Why just give this guy's money?
I doubt they'll go with the same host we have. Probably go for something similar, to be honest. Because I don't think they'll have lots of funds, obviously, to start with a really good host. That is.
Okay, this guy's a sinner. Yeah. I'm not particularly too concerned about the host because they're still using Engine, and we actually have more hit lists than we thought we did. I still have the entire hit list that we had beforehand, and now obviously new people added to it. On top of the fact that we've weaponized a bunch of other stuff as well, like with the stuff that we found inside our own server that is specific and unique, and we can use against others that there's no actual public fix to. Unless they go and fix themselves and judge them by the developer core that they have, that they kind of that fucking nice female, that they kind of community that just if something's broken, they don't fix it, they remove it, which is obviously bad. This is what UGR did. They removed their pack 3, which angered players, because there's an exploit inside the latest pack 3 public version that they haven't patched yet. But because they can't fix it themselves. What do? They just removed pack 3, which, as you know, if you remove pack 3 right now from all our servers, there's quite a backlash from that, isn't there? That's not going to be simple. I mean, first of all, there's donations, but even without that fact, you're still downgrading your server at the price of nothing, at the price of survival.
I don't know why they're trying a second time, to be honest, with like SPG 2.0, because I don't know, pretty stupid, to be honest, after what happened.
Well, yes, but just remember, it isn't them that's starting it, it's Deech and that, and I personally believe they have a serious issue in their community already, one that they haven't recognized themselves yet, I don't think, but one that we ran into before. Okay, think about this, they've got a dual power system. You know what I mean by that? What they've got is this, right? they've got, before we fusioned our hierarchy with regimental commanders, they were separated, right? So the hierarchy generally wouldn't be involved in the promotions of commanders and the controlling of fleet. Now, when we originally did that, that wasn't good, because when we actually needed to grasp control of things, it was so messy. There's so many different people. It wasn't good. So we unified everything, didn't we? We made it so that generally the hierarchy is basically law and order of the server. They can promote and demote commanders at will, with or without the battalion's consent. Now, obviously, we usually go for the battalion's consent, but if we really had to, we could just do that, couldn't we, like that? Now, I don't think they have that system. Instead, what they've done is they've put Weebrew and Senior and those power greedy people into the Grand Admiral positions, but they don't have a staff rank. And you can see what the problem is already there. They have, and they've already said already that they're like an SBGB2, whereas the founders have said they're not. So there's already a disagreement there. But the problem is this isn't just disagreement. This is going to cost them, because the justification we're going to use is their comments, SPG's comments. Even if the founders deny that that's their position, well, why is there Grand Admiral say it's their position? The highest person on the server, so it is your position. Because if it wasn't, if you didn't believe it, he wouldn't be Grand Admiral, would he? So there we go. I mean, that's, even if that's not true or not, it doesn't matter. I'm not looking for truth. I'm just looking for justification. So we're going to use that, and because of that, when they start going off, because we've still got the list, you know, the head and head mod, right? They're both statics because they're in the Netherlands. So those two are going to be gone straight away. So the two hierarchy members gone like that. Then Deech in there, I don't actually have anything for them because they did have first, so I could ban them. So I can't touch them, but in a certain way it may be good if they can see the destruction on the TeamSpeak rather than not witness it by being offline, if that makes sense. There is a certain element of that may be good for them to see. We've got, I think, 3/4 of their commanders IPs, and being able to retract their IPs too, so if it changes, you get an IP, get back, you get back IP. And same for their fleet, or whatever they call it. I think they call it fleet. So yeah, there is a lot of damage you can do that off the bat from that. But I personally think, even without anything, they're not as big as a threat, I think, as we originally thought. The reason why I was so worried originally about them wasn't because of their position, but it was because of our position. Because we were not, like, we had issues during exams, and we were not too sure about the future of the server in terms of the long run. Some of those issues being that we still had the auto trainer, which seems to have been a massive bottleneck for everything. That's actually, by the way, I think the main cause, by the way, the server's depopulation previously, and now the main cause of it repopulating, because it's gone. Don't underestimate how many people left or did not get trained or just didn't bother with the server because they can't be asked reading through that paragraphs of text. Like, you know, it's silly. What were we expecting people to do that? I mean, you know, not playing GCSE roleplay, okay? They're coming on to play Star Wars RP. So I took that away and seemed to fix a lot of things. So. Still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was say that you're not even there. Oh, gone. Severe earring. So because of that, I'm not so bothered now. I don't know about what host they're going with, because Tag have gone with a host that I can touch, and I haven't bothered touching them because they haven't enough flyers. I mean, what I'm very wary of, unlike last year, if we're going with any sort of plans, okay, you've got two communities, okay, you got three actually. You got Tag, you got Darth Networks, which already come out, by the way, but was just as pathetic as Tag, and then you've got this Disturbed. What thing you don't want to do is you don't want to kill them one by one, isolate them, because you're not killing them, you're just killing the entity, you're not actually killing the people. The people will just, they all go to one, they'll all end up going to Disturbed, which is going to be the most organised one. We've already gathered that, which means we're going to get even more manpower, which is what I want to do. So I'm not going to touch the first and second one. We're going to start with Disturbed, and then we'll work our way down if we have to. But for the most part, there isn't even any point touching Tag and Darth, and it's not worth anything. There's no one there. Like, there's hardly anybody there. So, you know, and there's a very good chance that if they do start to populate themselves, because the communities are so close, they'll start taking one another's players, which already happened when Darth released. There was a bunch of Weebrew's community people on there, which it's obviously, oh, that sounds bad now, but it's not bad, because the founders like Deitch and that, they're not Weebu's best buddies. They never were. So when he sees that Weebu has his friends on this other one, he's going to be somewhat annoyed because there's likely going to be commanders and stuff because Weebu's going to pick them. You see what I mean? This dual power system. It will run into issues.
I'm gonna go for some dinner. I'll be back later.
Got 'em.
Channel switched.